Hi, I'm Anand Rao, Professor of Communication and Chair of the Department of Communication and Digital Studies. This is our video introduction to summer and fall 2021 advising. I want to cover four quick topics. The first, changes of the CDS major that will go into effect next fall. Secondly, some of the course offerings for this summer 2021. Third, talk about the course offerings for the fall, and then wrap it up with some advising next steps. Now, we have some changes of the CDS major that will fall into the new course catalog, which means they'll be effective fall 2021. These include some new electives, and these include courses that were previously offered as special topics and that are now permanent course designations, as well as new courses to the major, including Digital Studies 302, Creative Coding, Digital Studies 303, Digital Media Studio, Marketing 301, Principles of Marketing, and Marketing 417, Digital Marketing. We also have a small change that expands some offerings for individual study and internships. It's stated now that you can have up to 3 credits count toward the major electives in individual study and in internships, and that includes the designation in comm, DGST, or journalism for the respective courses. Now, to be able to find some of the course offerings that we have available, it's just as we found before. If you go to the department website and click on the tab for courses, you'll find a page for the summer 2021 courses and a separate page for fall 2021 courses. Now, for the summer term, a couple of items to keep in mind. This is a great way to get caught up or get ahead for any of you that are looking to graduate on time or maybe even graduate a little bit early. There are a number of courses that will be available. We will have 2 5-week sessions with Comm Digital Studies courses that are available, and there are a host of other courses across the university that will be offered over the summer too. It's also important to note that this summer, all courses are being taught online. Some synchronous, some asynchronous, but all of our courses will be taught online this summer, largely because of some of the construction on campus, as well as the continuing constraints because of the pandemic. Now, for the summer term 1 that starts May 17th and runs through June 17th, roughly, we'll have 2 sections of small group comm, 2 sections of argumentation, a section of social media, and a section of documentary film. Those last 3 courses will all count as major electives. The last 2 will count as upper level electives within the major. And then for summer session 2, 2 of the courses, actually 3 courses that are required in the major will be offered. Public speaking with a section of Comm 340, Introduction to Rhetoric and Communication, as well as DGST 101, Intro to Digital Studies. We will also offer a section of Digital Studies 301, Design Thinking, which is another great new course offering. Now, there's some additional courses that you'll be able to find that offer additions to the major, either within the digital studies electives or major electives. And you can see these on the list from Arts 104, Computer Science 106 and 110, English 245 and 386, as well as Marketing 301. Now, for fall 2021, I mentioned that the courses that we have offered this summer will be online, but in the fall, we're largely returning. The plan is to return back to normal with roughly 80% to 90% of the courses across the university will be offered in person, face-to-face. Now, many of them will have hybrid components with an online component with it, but there'll be plenty of course offerings for you to be able to get back in the classroom and work closely with your instructors. There are courses in 4 of the 5 communication core required classes that will be offered. And you can see 5 sections of public speaking, 3 each of 206 and 340, as well as 1 section of Comm 460, Seminar and Digital Rhetoric, for those students that are graduating this fall or just continuing on into their last year and have already taken Comm 340 and probably Comm 341. The Digital Studies core, we have courses across the board offered, 5 sections of Digital Studies 101, which is great for those of you that are new to the major. You can select from one of the following 3 that are offered outside the department: Arts 104, Computer Science 106, and 110, a combined 10 sections between those 3 classes. And for those of you that have already taken Digital Studies 101, there will be a section of Digital Studies 395 to be able to offer the finishing course in that sequence. There are also a number of electives that will be offered, and they will all be listed on that fall 2021 course tab. That will be available on Monday during registration advising week. For now, you can see that we have multiple options, including Comm 209 as lower level electives, and a number of upper level electives, including visual rhetoric, popular culture, and creative coding, all of which have been very popular courses in the past, and we're pleased to be able to offer them again this fall. Now, in terms of important sequencing for you to keep in mind, this is important whether you're new to the major or a little closer towards graduation. Keep in mind that for the communication core, Comm 340 is a prerequisite for both Comm 341 and 460. If you're planning to graduate this upcoming year, it is imperative that you take Comm 340 by this fall. Remember, there's a section offered this summer that'll be available online, and we'll also have multiple sections in fall 2021. Make sure you take those in the fall, as then Comm 341 and 460 are then offered in the spring. Digital studies is also a prerequisite for Digital Studies 101 is a prerequisite for 395. So it's important that if you are graduating this year and you haven't taken the sequence yet, you take Digital Studies 101 in the fall so you can take 395 in the spring. And both of those courses are routinely offered every semester. Now, some advising next steps. The first thing you should do is complete a course plan. Have a full list of courses you plan to take for the summer and fall semester. The full course schedule will be available from the registrar's office coming in Monday of Registration Advising Week. That's coming up in just a few days. And it'll be important for you to go through and see what courses are available, what courses are important for you to take to work towards graduation requirements, as well as other courses that you would take as free electives and as backup courses, so that once you get to registration, you have a number of options available. It's also important to have that course plan developed before you meet with your advisor so that you can bring questions into your advising meeting that you have with them. The second thing will be to make an appointment with your advisor. Your advisor will be in touch with you about making those appointments, and typically you meet during the 2 weeks before registration begins. And during that meeting, they'll be able to lift your advising hold. Make sure that you have that course plan with you. I would encourage you to run a degree evaluation and bring any questions along so you can make very efficient time of that advising meeting. And you can also talk with them about future plans, including internships or anything related as you're getting closer to graduation. And then finally, make sure you register on time. Check your registration time on the registrar's homepage. Seniors start to register on March 29th, and it looks like there is 1 day per class. So it'll be March 29th for seniors, 30th for juniors, and so forth. We want to make sure we're able to get you into the courses that you need to move towards graduation, including gen ed requirements and major requirements. So don't forget to get in touch with your advisor, and feel free to contact me if you have any questions about advising or questions about the major in general.